You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
It's the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. Heidi, it's a Wednesday.
It is.
And now it's April. We all month of March, we weren't doing Wednesday each Wednesday. Instead, we had one big prize. I still don't know who the winner is. I got to reach out to them and find out because we were going to announce that. And I'm like, got you all the names. Hello. So we'll be doing that soon, I'm sure. But right now, I am announcing a winner for this Wednesday. We're giving away an oil change from Tire Motive. Awesome crew over there at Tire Motive. When you go in there, here's what I encourage you to do. Give them a little bit of guff because they love
it.
Maybe not as much as we do because we give them a lot. We've had more than our fair share of fun with those guys. But they're great, great people. And if you ever have any sort of mechanical issue with a car, whatever it is, start there. If they can help you, they will. If they can't, they'll certainly let you know and send you to the right place. But Tire Motive, and they're located on Marion Road in Sioux Falls. And the oil change winner is Heather Williams.
All right, Heather. Congratulations.
Congratulations. You won a nice oil change from our good friends at Tire Motive. And we will be in touch with you to connect you with them. And again, if you have not yet signed up for Tire Motive Wednesday, you can do that at sunnyradio.com. You can also register there for Thunder Road Thursday, which we'll have tomorrow, and Free Flag Friday, which we'll have, guess when? Friday. Yeah. So if you haven't signed up for those things, go and do that today, and we'll see if we can make you a big old winner before the week is done. And, of course, we'll be doing it again next week and the following week and the following week. So good chances to win if you sign up at sunnyradio.com.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic, and we have Dr. Harley joining us. We're going to talk about people maybe expecting a child. I think this is kind of a cool thing to talk about.
Yeah, spring always makes you think, new life. It's a great time to start thinking about starting a family. And yeah, let's talk about it. Some of the most common things that women deal with when they're pregnant is low back pain. It's a lot of or hip pain, sciatic pain, a lot of those things.
And it's from added weight that they don't typically have, but they have it because of the baby just inside there.
Right, especially as that baby's growing, that's putting a lot more force and weight on the hips. It's going to be putting a lot more pressure on nerves and making muscles work harder. So we really start seeing a lot more hip and low back pain, especially towards the later parts of the pregnancy. But even early on, morning sickness is pretty common, or, lightheadedness, dizziness, kind of some of those things. Just as your hormones are changing, your body's changing as you're growing this new life. A lot of people don't necessarily think about, chiropractic. Maybe I should go see a chiropractor.
But it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a fantastic idea. We really help women through their entire pregnancy. Sometimes it's even just getting pregnant. If they're dealing with infertility issues or menstrual disruption, stuff like that, we can help regulate that, helping them to track easier, helping them to get pregnant a little bit easier.
Very nice.
And then, with the nausea, some of the stuff in the early stages, just helping make sure that their nervous system is functioning to its best, helping them to grow that life, much more easily, much more efficiently. And then, of course, towards the later parts, as their hips are locking up, not moving as much, using what's called Webster's technique to really see how their hips and sacrum are rotating and moving, helps us to unlock those hips, make sure they're moving really well. I look at, the placenta as it's growing, the baby, kind of like a giant hot air balloon.
Oh.
And it's a good way of looking at it because there's a lot of different ligaments that attach to your pelvis. And so the pelvis would be like the basket of that hot air balloon.
All right.
And if your hips are rotated, it's gonna twist up a lot of those tethers that are attaching to the placenta and the uterus where it's holding the baby. And if it's really tight and tense and it's not allowing that baby to move properly, well, that's gonna
make a big difference.
Cause a lot more back pain. It's going to hinder some of the labor and birthing process, causing for longer labors, more painful labors. So that's where we use that Webster's technique to help untwist the hips. That's going to ease up the pressure, helping baby to move better, help reducing low back pain, speeding up delivery times and reducing labor pains.
And these are all good things.
Those are all good things. I don't know what mom doesn't want to know that.
Yeah.
So even if you're, 36 weeks pregnant and you're expecting in a few weeks, or you're, just starting your journey, chiropractic's a great thing to add on at any point. But I'd say don't waste, start now kind of thing.
And for somebody listening that, like you were saying, maybe even they want to start that process, but they're not even there yet, this is a good thing to start very early.
Yeah, it's always good to get your health in line and in check now, because the things that you have going on now, are only going to get worse when you're pregnant, because, pregnancy does a lot of things to your body, not just, growing a baby, but it's going to affect your overall health as well. So it's good to, start thinking ahead now. That way you're not dealing with those things and the common things that come with pregnancy.
And then once that baby's born, how young are they when you do the first adjustment? Do you do like right when they're baby?
It really depends on mom's comfort, mom's preference. As soon as they're ready to get up and about, I think the youngest I've adjusted was 3 days old.
Oh, wow.
I know some chiropractors, their own children have been minutes old. So there's really no timeline. It's really just the mom's preference. If they want to wait a week or two before they're up and about, and, can depend on the birth process, if there was trauma with the birth process to the baby, or, more of a quote unquote normal birth. I mean, all birth is hard on mom and hard on baby, but, some have more complications than others.
If somebody listening would like to learn more about this, or maybe some other topic that has to do with chiropractic, how do they get a hold of you?
They can give us a call at 605-215-1785. Even if they have a question, they're like, hey, I heard you talk about this. I would love to know more about it. All of it starts with a conversation, or they can reach out to us on our Facebook page at Balanced Life Chiropractic. We'd love to chat.
Very nice. You can find their website and their phone number and all of their information online at balancedlifesd.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for This Day in Sioux Falls History, brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, April 5th, 1903, that Teddy Roosevelt made his second visit to Sioux Falls. This was his second visit, but his first as President of the United States. He previously had come to Sioux Falls to campaign to become William McKinley's vice president. After winning that election and the death of President McKinley by an assassin's bullet, President Theodore Roosevelt made his way into Sioux Falls. Teddy's visit to Sioux Falls was 2 full days, staying at the Cataract Hotel, attending church services, viewing the countryside, and giving multiple speeches to residents of the Sioux Falls area. This has been This Day in Sioux Falls History, brought to you by SiouxFallsFunPage.com and Sunny 93.3.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, April 5th, brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Equity markets pulled back Tuesday after posting a small gain in the preceding session. The move was driven by concerns sparked by the spike in oil prices caused by OPEC. The rise in oil prices should bring another round of windfall profits to the oil industry and inflation. When inflation reaccelerates, the FOMC can be counted on to increase interest rates to match, which might break the economy. Labor data will be a driving force in the markets this week. The JOLTS report showed a surprise fall in job openings that may be echoed by weakness in the ADP and NFP reports. The key metric, however, will be the wage gains, running in the high single-digit range. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at MarketBeatMinute.com.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.